Welcome to the Alive video for the ASOR ASF map template. I'm just going to cover how Alive works and how you can use it and change it and keep it working. At the moment it's set up, it's working. The two sides will spawn in at the various locations I've put in already and they'll fight each other and do whatever they do. I'll just start by just going over the layout of Alive. If you've used Alive before and know the modules and stuff, you can skip past this. So just quickly on how Alive works. Basically, you place down a marker and a module, and the module controls what spawns inside the marker. What Alive does is text spawnable or objectives inside the marker, and then it will spawn units around those objectives and based on the profile, what units and how many. So, requires Alive, pretty self-explanatory, makes Alive work. Admin actions. Brings up an admin menu in the game where you can enable these features. So ghosting makes you invisible to the enemy, so you can move around and test your map without getting shot or killed. Teleporting, if you turn that on from the admin menu in game, you can teleport anywhere by going into the map and clicking. And if you're in a vehicle or a helicopter or anything like that, it'll take the vehicle or helicopter with you as part of you. Marking units, so at the moment everything's got debug mode turned on. If you have debug mode turned off, you can hit this mark units and it will show where all the enemy and friendly units are on the map for about 30 seconds, just so you can make sure it's all working how it's supposed to be working. Some guys are where they're supposed to be. Swifty and Chambers spent a lot of time sorting out these AI skills here. Anything you need to change would probably be, if you're doing like a sneaky type map, change these down a bit so they don't spot us as easy, and it gives you that realistic effect of sneaking around. And the profiler, I'm going to cover this later in detail because this is a main one. Both sides have an opcom. Think of that as the AI commanders. So you can see this is the NATO commander. And they'll order the AI units around and give them waypoints and tell them what to attack. We can also make them give orders to players there. So if you want to get waypoints or tasks from the AI commander, go destroy this, and just put that to yes and it'll do that. The other two main ones are the military civilian placement and the military placement. So the military placement is for placing military units inside military bases or objectives, whereas the military civilian placement is for cities. So any cities you want to put military units around, and they'll actually put units in the cities and they'll put patrols around it, and you can change what type of units are placed, how many, the type, and what faction they're from, and what links the module to those markers, those greyish markers, is this name here. So you can see this Blue Forteo 4 will be the name of this marker. So if you want to create new ones, you need to have a marker name and you need to put it inside the module. And you can have multiple markers inside one module. So you can see here I've got 2 and just Blue Forteo. And you can see the names in here, Blue Forteo and Blue Forteo 2. And all the modules need to be linked to both those AI commanders, so they know about those locations and they know where to attack. I've got them all set to 60 in light infantry for the template at the moment, but you can change that. The marker can be as big as you want, so just keep in mind that if you make a massive marker, you might want to put more dudes in the module, for example. So if I make this 4,000, that module is going to put whatever the amount of dudes is and spread them over that entire area wherever it can find a civilian population area. If you did a big circle like this, or one that's even bigger, you'd want to bump up this to something like 400 or 800 or whatever you want. Go nuts. It doesn't really matter where these are positioned. I would position them near the top of the circle, so every time I'm looking for it I can just find it. You can also have circles inside like I've done there. So I could have this big one populating military units in all the civilian areas, and then this one military base I want to be extra defended because that's where we're going to attack or the enemy's going to attack. You can put an extra 100 guys just on this base area here, That's pretty good. Alright, I'll just go into the game now and show you how it all works in there, and the admin menu. Alright, so you can see Alive in the bottom chat there, starting to load all its stuff. They're just messages that come up, and if there's any errors they'll come up there, but you should be right with this template setup. I'll just go over the admin menu quickly. I'll wait for us to show you you can see it's loading all the positions. It's spawned units already. The crosses, you'll see the blue crosses there, the red crosses there, they're actually waypoints. So the enemy commander's already given units waypoints and they're moving to attack. All this is shown because I've got debugging mode on. I'll show you how to turn that off when we go back to the editor, but I've left it on so you can see everything's working. So the admin menu is next to on your keyboard, your right hand control key and your right hand Windows button. It should be like it's called a right mouse click button. If you hit that key, it brings up the live admin actions. So this is where all those options I showed you could turn off and on. So if you're going to bounce around the map, enable ghosting so the enemy AI don't kill you, and then they won't be able to see you at all with that on. Teleporting enables teleporting, so you can just click anywhere in the map and you're there. It's pretty handy. If you're sitting in a vehicle, it'll take the whole vehicle with you, and the same with the helicopter or jet or whatever. Active marking of units. If you've got debug mode off, so you're looking at your map, you've got nothing. If you enable that active marking, it'll come up with these red squares where the enemy is for about 30 seconds, so you can sort of see, oh yep, that bad guy's where he's supposed to be, those friendly units are where they're supposed to be. Ghosting mode on, make sure you turn it on or they'll shoot you. You can move over there, find the units wherever they are. So you can bounce around anywhere and check your map, it's pretty handy. The debugging mode, so if you go into each module, you'll see enable debug. You need to turn all these to no. And each one of the spawning modules will have one. And the profiler is the one that shows all those dots everywhere on the map. So that's a big one to turn off. So just before you're finished completely with your map, just go in and turn them all the debug modes off. And you'll know, because when you get into your map and preview it, it won't come up with any of that information. It might come up with a grayed circle now and again, but once it's exported and on the server, it shouldn't have any of that stuff. It'll just be like normal. Two modules I didn't cover before was crew info and player tags. Crew info displays the player names of who's in your vehicle up in the right hand corner of the screen, and player tags allows the player through the admin menu to turn off and on player tags, player names. The profile system's a big one for map builders, is what runs the virtual environment. So when the player in game closes to that distance to the enemy, they'll spawn into the player's game and you'll see them. Before that, they're not in the map, they're run in a virtual environment. So you want to select profile all editor units except synced units. So any units you've got like a trigger or a task or anything assigned to, they need to be linked to the profiler. To do that, you just get your unit using the chains there, link him to the profiler. A good example of this is I've got a player, his name's P1, and I've got a trigger that's detecting when he's not alive. If I don't have him synced to the profile system and the profile system set to not profile linked units, when the game starts up, he'll actually be despawned into the virtual environment and then respawned if someone's close. What that'll do is that as soon as he despawns, that'll trigger that not alive trigger, and it'll mess up your map. So with him synced to that profile, he won't despawn and the trigger should still work all fine. Same goes for any civilian units. You'll need to link them up to the profile system as well. If you're having any troubles with the Alive, hit me up on TeamSpeak or send us a message and I'll see if I can help you out. Thanks for watching.